No, that's my answer. Cynical as it may be. No what? If you read the title of this video and you clicked on it, it's a question, and that's my answer. No. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sovereign Artsakh. I've been absent a few days, almost a week now. Many of you are wondering what the heck happened. Did he get banned? Did he? I'll explain my brief absence, but I'm just going to read an article right now, right here. This is from Newsweek. Biden should keep his word and recognize the Armenian genocide. But before I read this article, click subscribe, share, and pass this video along. This channel is not going away, as if I can help it, and I will continue posting here. I will explain what's happening at the end of this video. Let me read. In the final days of the Trump administration, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo declared that China was committing genocide against Uyghurs and other minorities in Xinjiang province. Whether this was intended to box in our newly elected president remains to be seen. Historically, the United States' record on recognizing genocide has been problematic. It should not have taken so long for Pompeo to come to such a conclusion on his last day in office, especially with the prevalence of Uyghur testimonials and satellite images of Chinese camps. It makes you question the efficacy and authenticity behind the decision. It shows further doubt in our government institutions and highlights how genocide can be used as a political tool. We have seen for decades how presidents from both parties use the Armenian genocide for political expediency. President Joe Biden has a unique opportunity to restore faith and confidence in Washington by recognizing the Armenian genocide on April 24, which marks the 106th anniversary. Through this small but significant move, Biden can upend the status quo by sending a strong message to the world that the United States is committed to upholding democratic values and principles in the wake of Trumpism. The politics of genocide can be complex, but it does not have to be. Armenian Americans know all too well what happens when politics can supplant human rights. It builds distrust and unbridled cynicism with our elected officials and leaders in government. It fosters apathy. Sadly, this is a direct result of what happens after years of being lied to and misled. Every presidential election cycle is met with promises from candidates vowing to recognize the Armenian genocide, which is still denied by Turkey to this day. Whether it is on the campaign trail in search of votes or holding fundraisers, candidates from George W. Bush to Barack Obama have all promised to recognize the Armenian genocide as president. But once in office, they capitulate to Turkish pressure and bow to the altar of realpolitik by using euphemistic language and verbal gymnastics to describe what a vast majority of historians acknowledge as the first genocide of the 20th century. For deniers like Turkey's president, the Armenian genocide is fake news and one big conspiracy, despite historical evidence. For Joe Biden, the Armenian genocide is an issue that is visceral and a part of his political career. As chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Biden co-sponsored numerous bills, including the Armenian genocide resolution, and introduced legislation condemning the murder of Turkish Armenian journalist and human rights advocate Hrant Dink for his advocacy of the genocide. Most recently, Biden pledged to recognize the Armenian genocide and make human rights a priority if elected president, following the campaign playbook of his predecessors. But unlike former presidents in recent history, Biden has taken the oath of the presidency during a time of great division and distrust in our country. It is one of the reasons why he made restoring faith and trust in government a key part of his agenda. In some ways, recognizing the Armenian genocide can help those efforts. For starters, it is a bipartisan issue that can help bridge the divide between both parties. Biden can set the tone for bipartisanship early in his presidency by pushing for recognition this April. 2 years ago, Congress passed a non-binding resolution that affirmed recognition and defined American policy on the Armenian genocide as the systematic mass extermination of 1.5 million Armenians by Ottoman Turks from 1915 to 1923. Assyrians and Greeks were also murdered during this period. The Trump White House sought to block the resolution on the Senate floor to placate Erdogan. In many ways, the Armenian genocide has increasingly evolved from being known as the forgotten genocide to the political one. It is no coincidence that Pompeo appeased Turkey by omitting the murder of Armenians by Ottomans from his list of of groups victimized by crimes against humanity in his announcement about the Uyghurs. In an age when reaching across the aisle is seen as more of a vice as opposed to a virtue, Biden has a chance to fix our politics through an issue that both parties can agree on. There is a reason why both Democrats and Republicans have sat amicably on the Congressional Caucus on Armenian issues since its founding in 1995. Biden took office at a very precarious time in the U.S. relationship with Turkey, a time that has witnessed Washington turn a blind eye to Ankara's malfeasance and wanton disrespect for the rule of law, including its ongoing campaign to not deny the Armenian genocide. The world needs more honesty and candor. Biden can meet this moment by holding purveyors of subterfuge and deceit accountable for their actions. What U.S. presidents fail to understand is that the Armenian genocide is not a political issue, it is a human rights one. Biden would be wise to break with the past and do what is honorable. He should recognize the Armenian genocide. Victims of genocide deserve better from public servants. They deserve the truth. He's not going to do it. President Joe Biden will not recognize the Armenian genocide. Am I confident in this statement? I have made wrong predictions on this channel, and I am trying to make another one right now. He should recognize the Armenian genocide. He's not going to. And by, what is it, reverse psychology, or casting my doubts into the atmosphere and the environment, I want to be wrong again. All right? President Joe Biden is not going to recognize the Armenian genocide. Prove me wrong. So some of my commentary, this article's obviously slightly biased. The division it's talking about, railing against Trumpism. If you rail against Trumpism, you are continuing the divide. Yes, we are a divided nation. And there are two political parties and there are factions within those parties that are divided as well. One thing we can unite about is genocide. I think it was right for Pompeo to issue the declaration that China is a criminal state by committing genocide against Uyghur Muslims. I think that's a step in the right direction. I thought because Trump was out of the box, he would break with the past and possibly recognize the Armenian genocide, yet he didn't. Joe Biden has been in politics for 47, 48 years. He's had all of that time to push this issue. He has not. And now in the highest office of the land, I'll be cynical. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it, as I've stated in previous videos, I think it will only happen with a mass uprising of the general populace. And I only think that will happen with a successful, uber successful entertainment endeavor. Politics is downstream from culture. Culture is the arts, and it will take here I'm going to do everything I can. I think I'm onto something. I think if you've been watching this channel, you know what I'm working on, and I think it'll take a groundswell from the general populace. Not maybe somebody will get in his ear and it'll cross his desk and he'll look down and he'll sign it and it will happen. Why hasn't France done it? I started this channel during this war, this reemergence of actual physical war in Artsakh and recognition for Artsakh. Why hasn't France recognized Artsakh statehood? Like there was that big push in that moment, and it didn't happen. Why not? So I'm getting a little cynical, as Armenians I'm sure have been cynical for decades. I think it will happen eventually. All right, enough about this. Now, what's going on? Why have I been posting 2 videos a day for months and then radio silence disappeared? Bunch of regulars wondering where the heck I've been. I've got some deadlines. I've been talking about things going on, other things that are coming up, and posting here every day takes some time, and I whittled it down to about an hour and a half a day of, you know, consider if I'm recording 2 videos a day, even if they're short, say they're average 6 or 7 minutes each, that's 15 minutes of just recording time. Then there's the uploading and the creating a title and the behind the scenes that you do on the YouTube channel. So I've gotten it down to an hour and a half a day. But then there's the shifting gears mentally, right? It's like, and preparing what I'm going to talk about. And there's all these intangibles that take time and energy. And so I'm going to be reformatting slightly. I'm probably going to go back to 1 video a day for the foreseeable future. I don't know when that 1 video a day is going to start. I've got these deadlines on these other projects that I've really got to, it's like crunch time. I've really got to grind on that. So here's a video, and I'm probably going to do 1 more while I'm recording. I'm going to do 1 more and post it probably tomorrow. But don't worry, I haven't disappeared. I haven't been banned. I haven't been canceled. Nothing personal has happened. I'm still here. Keep sharing these videos. In fact, in the silence, I challenge you, those of you who are used to watching 1 a day, go back and watch some other videos and take the time and share them with someone. You guys are as much a part of this as I am, if not more. Yeah, I'm creating the content, but you guys watching it and spreading the word. I noticed my subscriptions, obviously, since I'm not posting every day, they've leveled off. And they went up to, like, the high point was 384, and we're only at 381. So there's a few people that unsubscribed, but we're right around our high point, and it'll keep going up when I keep posting, but it's up to you guys to share. All right. Thank you all. I think I'm going to post one tomorrow. Maybe it'll get me banned. I'm going to talk about something, and it might get me banned, not banned, but it might get me a strike on my channel. So I'm going to risk it.